Hi, happy Monday. Hope you've had a good weekend. We'll just check that we're where we're supposed to be. I think we are. Hi. Um, so I'm so confused because I keep saying happy Monday, and it is Monday, but it's so late in the afternoon that it definitely doesn't feel like Monday anymore. So we had our monthly meetup this morning. 20 plus women. I think there were 23 of us maybe. At our Whitwell monthly meetups. That was lovely. And it's been a lovely weekend. My kid was ill this morning, which was a bit dramatic, but he seems to have survived school because we've not had a call, so that's good enough for me. I look very tired, as Maxine's just beautifully told me, the darling girl. But she's right, I am very, very tired. But after I've done this, I can do the school run. I've got a few messages to send, and then I am done for the day, which is everything I want it to be. So, come and say hi if you're on. Let me open up another screen so that I can see you if you are. Oh, hang on, there I am. If you've got any questions, as always, pop them in the chat and I'll answer them as we go. Or if you're watching on replay, you've got any questions, do the same thing and I'll answer them later. So today we're going to talk about blogs because we were talking about it at our last monthly meetup session. We did quite a bit about blogging. About tags on blogs and then about how SEO works for them. So it's not a tech heavy session, but it sounds like it's going to be. So bear with me. So why do blogs matter? And people get really confused with the whole blogging thing. Blogs are just articles. They're just, I want to say stories, I don't really mean stories. They are literally article types posts that are designed to build your know, like and trust. So you're designing them to educate a customer on a topic, and often to show them how to do something. That's generally sort of where blogs sit. And they're kind of like a bit like a digital storefront kind of thing. Social media posts just disappear really, really quickly, but blogs live on your website so people can find them easily. They are searchable, so Google will pull your blogs up as search results. So these can work for you 24/7, which is not like social media. Social media just disappears out of people's sites, off of their feeds, and then have you ever tried to find something on somebody's social media that you know you saw before you wanted to remember? You can be scrolling for days looking for something. So a blog takes all of that away. People can easily find a post that you wrote years ago, and if it's relevant to them, they will find it. Even more so if you're doing a great job on Google, so that it's pulling your blog up in the results. Hi Karen, lovely to see you, my darling. We missed you this morning. Hope everything's okay for you. So blogs also let you tell your story a little bit. So as women in business, that connection is the one thing that sets us aside from other business owners. It's like the connections that we make with people. So you can share your expertise, share your values. Like, people want to work with people who have the same ethics as them to a degree, and it allows you to sort of start talking about the things that make your business unique or the things that make your business perfect for your ideal clients. So if we're talking about blogs, lots of people, what to write, I don't know what to write about. Start with your customers' questions. So if you are a candle maker, like 5 scents that help you relax after a stressful day, start thinking of the stuff that people ask you for when they're buying your product in the first place. If you sell clothes, like how to style one of your dresses in 3 different ways, or something like that. A coach, 3 questions to ask yourself to reset your mindset. Start thinking about the questions that people ask. Give value first. Sales come naturally after that, but give your customers value. And if you're stuck for ideas, this is where AI is a great invention. You can ask it for ideas for anything. So you can tell it a bit about your ideal client and ask for it to generate you 10 blog ideas for that client, that niche, that specific topic. And it will give you great ideas, and then you can ask it again to give you good headings for the blog so that you don't have to think up catchy headings for it. AI is a champion here. What I would not recommend AI for is to write your blogs. It's fine to give you ideas. It might even be fine to give you a structure to tell you kind of paragraph 1 needs to be about this, paragraph 2 about this. if you're using AI to write blogs, you risk it moving away from your own tone of voice. Just it can be really easy to tell an AI blog. That's not to say never use them. You can use it as long as you've gone through it and made sure that it feels like you've written it and that it makes sense to be coming from you. I've seen lots of business owners go off into weird tangents on AI blogs for stuff that they're not qualified to speak in, that they aren't experts in, that they don't really have anything to do with in their business, but the AI blog's taking it that way. So AI's got its place and can be dead useful, and certainly in a bit when we talk about SEO, it can be brilliant for helping with that. So yeah, if you're going to write a blog, start with your customers' questions. And then the important bits about how you categorise your blog on your website. So within a website, depending on what you're using, but certainly within WordPress, there are two things you can do to your blog. It's not necessarily quite what I mean. There are two ways you can categorise your blog, kind of. So you can put it into a category, and it's literally called a category, and they're like bookstore sections. So they're like broad topics. So this might be a wellness category, this might be a women in business category, this might be a tech and tools category, this might be a self-care category. What else do I usually have? This might be a marketing and branding category, or a business strategy and growth category. That there might be certain things that I have on my website that I divide my blogs into. And within that you can put tags on a blog, and tags are like almost like index words. So if someone was writing a blog post on lavender candles, I don't know why I've got candles on my brain today, it's because I've just opened a new one in the house that smells Christmassy. It's very exciting. So a blog post on lavender candles might be under wellness category, but it would have tags like candles, relaxation, stress relief. And this helps the reader find the blog, and it helps Google crawl and look for your blog. So understanding the difference between those. So your category is very much the broad bookshop version of this, and the tags are the little things that people might be searching for that are applicable to that specific blog post. Hope that makes sense. Oh, I've lost myself now to see if there's any comments. Hang on. There I am. Hey Jade, I know Sharon told me you couldn't call. I'm so sorry. Hope you're okay as well, my darling. So then, blogs and tags and categories kind of lead onto SEO. So SEO is search engine optimization. It's basically getting found on Google or other search engines. And in this sense, we're talking about SEO on blogs, and a few easy little habits go a long way on there. So things like when you are writing your blog, make sure you are putting in key phrases, keywords, but key phrases. And this is hard because sometimes it means you have to rewrite your blog to be not quite how you would speak. And you're always walking a line on a blog of talking naturally, how you would talk, and getting in these keywords and phrases that people are searching for that will help your blog get found in the first place. So it might be things like, if people are looking for best stress relief candles, I'm sticking with my candle theme, best stress relief candles, you want that actual phrase to appear in your blog. So then you have to find a way to naturally pepper this into your writing. So it might be that your blog talks about, I have lots of questions from customers asking me for the best stress relief candles. Here's what I'd recommend. So you're getting the phrase in, but you've got to get it in a natural way. Okay, so getting keywords in. Hang on, because I need to sneeze. I've sneezed all day, like loads. Hey! Ooh, that's me. Don't know what's going on. Okay, so keywords and using them naturally within language, dead important. Next one for search engine stuff is headings. Make sure that your blog is split out into sections and each section has a heading. In terms of hierarchy stuff, there should only be one heading 1 on a page. I sometimes don't even use a heading 1, and I'll just use some heading 2s and 3s. But this tells Google how important that section is for when it's searching things. So make sure that each section of your blog has headings on there that are actually the right level header. It breaks up text for easy reading, but it is so much better for your SEO. Okay. Next bit is links. If you can start looking at your links, what you're trying to create over there, over on your blog, is a little spider's web kind of thing. So one blog leads to another blog, which leads to another blog. So links between your blogs and between your website pages are really, really important. So yeah, whenever I'm writing something new, I start looking at how it fits in with the other stuff that I've done and making sure there's some sort of network that I'm creating on that. Because again, Google likes this stuff. Images. If you're putting images into your blog, which you definitely should be, making sure you're naming the images with reference to what they are. So lavendercandle.jpg. You name your images the right thing. None of the just not alt, ignore that. None of the just random letters and numbers or untitled.jpg. Make sure you are naming your images with something that is relevant to your blog, that is relevant to being searched for. Okay? And then for search engine stuff as well, consistency is really important. Google likes sites that serve up fresh content. So once a month is perfectly fine. If you can do one post a month regularly and it can tie up to your other blogs and it has relevant keywords and it's labelled properly and it's got headings and it's got named pictures, your site will start being classed as producing quality content and you will likely get shoved up in those search rankings a little bit more. So why any of this matters, like lots of us are quite hesitant to promote ourselves. Blogging with SEO done as part of it, it's not pushy, it's not salesy, it's service. You're sharing helpful information, you're not shouting sales stuff, and your blog can be sort of the bridge between where someone's stuck and the thing that would fix it. But your blog is the thing that creates that know, like and trust for you. It leads people onto your service, so there can be options within your blog to sell, to show people like what it is you can help them with, or to link them directly to a product or service for them to buy. But it allows you to kind of bridge that gap between sales and serving, and serving is why lots of us are in business. We all want to help people. Like, it's something I come across at my networking all the time, is lots of the reasons women are in business is because they want to help people. So remember that blogs connect you, they connect you to your ideal customer, even if they don't realise they're reading a blog. I had this thing with Tom, it must be coming up to a year ago now, where he didn't understand the concept of a blog, but he reads articles all day long. I'm like, that is the same. An article is a blog. Like, me calling it that changes nothing. It is that I am creating something informative for somebody else to read. So call it what you will. Make sure you understand that difference between tags and categories to keep stuff clear, and the simple SEO things that I've just given you: keywords, headings, links, images, consistency. If you can get into a habit of making sure those 5 things are nailed on, you will absolutely improve your SEO on any blogs that you write. So start with one helpful post, something that your customers already ask for, and just get it published. Remember, you can guest post for people. I have no idea why more of my members and why more of you guys are not asking if you can guest blog for us. If you have something that is useful to a small female business owner and you can create a useful, helpful article about it, you should be asking to guest blog for other people so that you get traffic from their site, basically, is the plan and the point of that. So if you have a guest blog that you think you could offer somebody else, go and offer it for them. But while you do, make sure you're thinking of the tags and categories you want it in and the SEO stuff to make sure that it's found. Okay, any questions? Just shout. Oh, thanks for my bless you, Claire. Hi, by the way. I've been sneezing all day today. I was sneezing loads at the monthly meetup. Well, I don't particularly know why. So, yeah. Any questions? Shout up. We are not back next week because I am off on the Monday. I've got an appointment and we've got power up on the Tuesday, and I think the week after is half term. So actually, maybe I'll try and stick my head in at some point next week, but there is not a scheduled live as it stands next week. I might do as one on a Friday morning. if Jay's got a topic prepared for me, then maybe I'll jump on Friday morning for you. Alright, otherwise, if you've got any questions, as always, reach out and ask me. Tag me in anything that you want me to see on Facebook, and I will see you all next week, probably, but not at the same time. But I'll keep you posted. Alright, ladies, have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.